What if I told you we all suffer from the same problem? We are all short of time. The someday projects, the eventual dreams. Why do we wait? Why do we all suffer from the same critical problem? A shortage of time coupled with a lack of action towards our dreams. Today I'm here to inspire you, to encourage you, to not only dream, but to actively pursue those dreams, or at least take the first step. Imagine a young woman getting rushed to the operating room, desperate for answers to an unbearable pain. As she lies on the operating table, her life quite literally in somebody else's hands. She's dazed by the sudden chill of the room. She's blinded by the bright lights above. And as the monitors are connected, the cadence of her heart rate gets louder and louder. It's in this moment, as my patient drifts off to sleep, that her true feelings are expressed. Through words whispered, fears visible, and tears that roll from her eyes. She just wants to feel healthy again. She doesn't want her family to have to worry about her. She just wants to finish nursing school with her best friend. I've been a silent witness to these vulnerable confessions exposed in this delicate space between consciousness and sleep. A moment when faced with mortality exposes not only fears, but dreams deferred and lives not fully embraced. In my role as a nurse anesthesiologist, I've seen how a brush with mortality can strip away pretenses, revealing the deepest regrets of unfulfilled aspirations and experiences. Time and time again, I am witness to a common thread: the postponement of dreams in favor of perceived security, only to realize that life has an end. Before I get into some awe-inspiring moments, I have to admit, not all my patients get this deep and emotional. Honestly, there's this comical balance where half of my patients treat anesthesia like a roller coaster or a stand-up comedy routine. There's this strange, unguarded honesty within this twilight anesthesia. Some call this the truth serum effect of anesthesia, something we've come to expect and quite frankly enjoy. But don't worry, the operating room is like Vegas. What happens in the OR stays in the OR. Secret safe plus. If anybody knows me, you know I love my job. I love caring for patients. But let's be honest, the hospital is a great place to treat people, but a lousy place to meet them. In my line of work, I get a fraction of time to do my absolute best to prevent pain, get you through surgery, and on your way to recovery. But the anesthetic follow-up only entails the physical health, and I question how far my work can reach. Do my patients remember or act on the aspirations they shared within the veil of anesthesia? There's the problem. These dreams, the deep ones, hold the potential for profound personal fulfillment and growth, but are frequently left unrealized and unaddressed as the moment passes. The question, how does one pursue their most vulnerable dreams before such moments arise? Today I'm here to encourage you to follow these 5 lessons, to own up to your most vulnerable aspirations. Just as I must ensure a patient awakens safely and ready to heal, I urge you to wake up and act on your most vulnerable dreams, rather than waiting for a moment of crisis to remind you what truly matters. Number 1, you have to define your true dream. You have to ask yourself, if I was lying on my deathbed, would I regret not taking this action? It could be pursuing anesthesia school, maybe flying a plane, or even standing on stage for a TED Talk. See, facing life and death crystallizes what truly matters. It's in these moments that you strip away distractions and you confront what you genuinely want to achieve and be remembered for. It's about finding what truly makes you feel alive. So use that as motivation to pursue those dreams with 100% commitment. Number 2, you have to overcome distraction, procrastination, and this thing called perfectionism. In life, just as there is no perfect anesthetic, there is no perfect timing timing for tackling life's challenges, like balancing family, career, and other responsibilities. The quest for perfection often leads to distraction and procrastination as we wait for conditions that may never arrive. To overcome these hurdles, you have to prioritize self-care. Because you can't take care of anyone else unless you take care of yourself first. But I'm talking about your dreams, your goals, your mission. So give yourself grace and align to your true values. Empower yourself to make decisions not dictated by external pressures or unrealistic expectations. It's about choosing to live authentically and allowing that truth guide you through life's imperfections. Number 3, you have to confront, or better yet, lean into fear. Fear, like pain in anesthesia, it's a signal, not an obstacle. It alerts us to the inevitability of discomfort on the path to growth. Fear can be paralyzing, but just like in anesthesia, a paralytic can be reversed. So don't let fear fool you. Question it, understand it, learn from it. Remember, when you feel uncomfortable, it's not just fear, it's you growing into your potential. Fear should be a cue to act and not freeze. So lean into it, because it means you're moving forward, you're challenging yourself, and you're reaching new goals and new heights. Number 4, you have to push past self-doubt. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust the process. It's like trusting an anesthesia provider before surgery. Well, it's natural to fear not waking up. You cannot solely focus on the anesthetic. That's much like dwelling on doubts and discomfort. It distracts us from the primary goal of the operation, which in life is achieving our dreams. The quest for perfection requires embracing uncertainty. And overcoming self-doubt and the discomforts of delayed gratification, it's about believing in the steps you're taking, even if the results aren't immediately visible. So be authentic in your actions and trust with each step, even when uncomfortable, is moving you closer to your goal. Just as a patient will eventually awaken from anesthesia, so too will your dreams, if you maintain trust and authenticity in who you are. Number 5, and the most important, you have to live with intention, you have to live with gratitude. Witnessing someone else endure pain or suffering, it's not just an observation. It's a profound invitation to realign our life's priorities. It's in these moments, raw and real, that reminds us the fragile nature of our own existence and the immense power of human resilience. Let this discomfort not be in vain. Let it ignite a fire within us to live more intentionally, to appreciate the simplicities of health, the love of family, and the opportunities that each day presents. This isn't about sympathy, it's about transformation. Embrace this perspective and allow it to mold your actions towards greater fulfillment and a richer, more compassionate life. Those are the 5. Define your dream. Overcome distraction, procrastination, that thing called perfectionism. Lean into fear. Trust yourself. And most importantly, live with an abundance of gratitude. That young woman I put to sleep at the beginning of this conversation is my inspiration. To live harder, to dream bigger, and to share this personal experience. With her permission, I share my friend's story because I was the anesthesia provider in that room when we discovered something discouraging, something that did not look promising. All I could think was I just want to wake you up, bring you back to life, give you a hug, because I couldn't fix the problem. It's the first time in my career as a nurse or an anesthesia provider that I felt completely helpless. Today, I tell this story because I want my work to move beyond the operating room. And I want her story to be an inspiration for others. This was 2 months ago. She's 25 years old. She was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. She continues to fight. Let her life be a call to action for all of us to live deeper, dream bigger, and appreciate every breath we take. As we move beyond the operating room and back into our lives, let's carry with her story and others a renewed commitment to act on our most vulnerable dreams. Let's not wait for a moment of crisis to remind us what truly matters. So remember, there is no perfect anesthetic. So dream big, embrace the pain, trust the process, and allow others' stories give you the courage to take the first step today. Thank you.